بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحلقة السابعة من حلقات الأفعال الاصطلاحية. أحب أنوه بأن الأفعال الاصطلاحية كمثلها مثل العبارات الاصطلاحية لا تترجم كلمة كلمة أولا. ثانيا أن قد نحتاج بعد الفعل الاصطلاحي حرف جر ثاني أو حرف جر ثالث. هاي ثاني. ثالثا جدا مهم، قد نلاقي إنه هذا الفعل الاصطلاحي اشتغل أكثر من جملة، أكثر من معنى، قد يكون متقارب بس إلى تركيبة خاصة، سياق مختلف. تمام؟ فعلى وقت الله نبدي هذه الحلقة ونقول بس طبعا قبل نبدي بأن تقدر تطور المهارة الأساسية باللغة الإنجليزية وكل لغة اللي هي pronunciation النطق. Mr. With try to improve something, usually making things worse. The computer was working fine until they started messing around with it. Mess over, treat someone badly. They messed her over when she applied for the job. Mess up, spoil or ruin. They messed up the discussions and the contract fell through. Mess up, make something untidy or dirty. They messed up the room and left stuff all over the place. Mess up, cause mental, physical or emotional problems. He took a lot of LSD and it really messed him up. Mess with, become involved something dangerous, damaging or dangerous. He has been messing with cocaine. هذا زمن المضارع التام المستمر مبني للمعلوم. Mess with, annoy or bother. Don't mess with me or there will be trouble. Mess with, associate or associate. Negative. He has been messing with some dangerous people. Mess with, try to repair or improve, usually unsuccessfully. He has been messing with it for hours and it still doesn't work. Meet, D M-E-T-E, meet out. Give people harsh punishments or treatment. They meet it out savage penalties. penalty جزاء بالطابة ايش بيك انت كأس العالم بويا بيده. penalty هي عقوبة. Or to anyone who broke the law, mill around, walk around without going anywhere. There were a lot of people milling around waiting for the bus. Miss out, not to do or not do something enjoyable or rewarding. It will be great. You will be missing out if you don't come. Miss out include. Make sure you don't miss anyone out when you call their names. Miss out on, lose a chance, fail to achieve. Truddy missed out on the promotion. Mix up, confuse. I always mix those two sisters up because they look so like each other. Mix up يعني يخلط. Make something lively. The DJ mixed up the night with some hard techno. يعني شنو شعلها ابو الدي جي حبيبي. Mock up. Make a model of someone or something to show or test it. They mocked up an example to show us what they would look like. Moggy off. Leave. Moggy off is also moggy M-O-G-G-I-E. We mugged هي ماجي. تمام. وظيفة صار ماجد يعني هي تنتهي بالش اسمه بهذا الصوت. لاحظ. طبعا هذا الصوت حبيبي هذا قلبي. ماجي. والإيدي it. فيش صار they magied or magied or other magied off early. Monkey around. طبعا monkey هدي ايش بيك انت والقرود Not be serious. The police officer told the drunks to stop monkeying around and go home quietly. الجزء المتخذ الفعل mooch. Mooch about, spend time doing little or nothing. I mooched about the whole afternoon because I didn't feel like working. Mooch around, spend time doing little mock about. هدي شوية الحرج يختلف ولكن سمعنا. I moved around all the day. I moved around the house all day. Mop solve a problem. He was left to mop up the mess after they resigned. Mop up, kill or capture the last few enemy soldiers after victory. After the battle, it took them a couple of weeks to mop up the remaining rebels. المتمردون mop up, eat a sauce with bread to finish it. The sauce was delicious that I ordered some bread to mop it up. يعني اتغمس تقريبا يعني. Mop up, remove a liquid that has been spilt. I used a cloth قطعة قماش to mop up the coffee I had knocked over. Mope about, move around being miserable. She didn't get the job and has been moping. تدري نضيف لنا ing لكلمة ما بصير MOPP. هذا شوية. Mopping about all afternoon. Mope around, move around being miserable. He has been moping around since his girlfriend left him. Mount up, increase over time. My debts be ما تلفظ على سبيل انه ساكن عندك ولكن سقط بأثناء الحديث طور اللغة. Mounted up while I was at university. Mouth, هذا mouth طبعا لو كان الفعل mouth off, make a progress often after a pause or delay. The construction can mouth off, hello, speak angry about something. I always got angry and started mouthing off when the news is on TV. قلنا news به اس وليس اس جمع نعمل معاملة المفرد. Move ahead, make progress often after a pause or delay. The construction can move ahead now with the permission has been granted. Move along, tell someone to move from a place. The police told the people watching to move along. Develop or progress in a reasonable or satisfactory manner. The project is moving along and everything should be ready on time. Move away, leave an area where you have been living. I moved away when the factory shut down. Move away from, stop doing or using something or change to something different. They are moving away from Windows and are using Linux. Move a student to a lower level. He was finding the course too difficult, so they moved him down. Move in, start living in a place. The house was empty for ages, but some new tenants moved in moved in a few weeks ago. Move in on, approach often. لحظة الفعل. وركز بس على الفعل. Stealthily. As we watched the hyenas, الضبع يمكن توقع الضبع, began to move in on the helpless wild beast. الضبع تقريبا الضبع. hyena الحنينة. Move in to start to live in a place. They moved into the house as soon as it was ready. Move on and change the subject or your job. She moved on to another country. When the salary was considerably better. Move on, make people move from place. The police moved the coward on because they were holding up the traffic. Move out, leave a place you live or work in. She has time of living there and is moving out. To move out, remove. The president said they would move the troops out next year. Move out, change lane or position or to pass a vehicle. I moved out to overtake the bus. Move toward or towards. Make preparations of something. The government are moving towards free elections. انتخابات حرة. مو مجاني. شنو تترجمها مجاني؟ هولي مولي. الجماعة كلهم راح يزعلون. شكسبير بقبره. تشيرز بقبره راح يزعل. فري مجاني بلاش انت شنو داخل. وقت داخل مو قبلتي. أيها ملعون تبلك. Move up, move to make a space. Could you move up and let me sit down? Move up, move to a higher level. They moved her up to a senior management. طبعا senior management, senior partner, then كلمة علاقة بأي شركة, the companies muddle along. Continue without a clear aim or plan. If you are ambitious, you cannot muddle along. Muddle through, do or achieve something without knowing it what is required or having a plan. We didn't know what to expect and just muddled through. Muddle up. Take things that are ordered or sequenced. I'll mess them up. My cleaner muddled up my books and I can't find anything. Muddle up, mistake as someone or thing for someone or something else because they look similar. I muddled her with her sister up. يعني الأمر الخلط بيني ما بين هي وما بين أختها. mug up. طبعا mug ما بالك القدح. تشين تشبك هو be the mug up. Study quickly, revise. I have to mug up before the exam. Mug up on, study something quickly, revise. I aim to mug up on my history before the test. Mull over. Think about initial problem. She said that she had to mull it over before deciding what was. Before deciding what was what? Muscle in. Become involved with something when your involvement is not wanted. We're trying to exclude him from the committee, but he muscled in. لكن أصر على أن يدخل معنا. Muscling on. Become involved in something despite opposition to your involvement. She muscled in on the deal even though we wanted to do it without her. Muscle in to become involved even though there is an opposition to your achievement of involved. طبعا opposition هو عبارة عن يعني ما يقبلونك يرفضونك. They are muscling into our market and there is very little we can do to stop them. Muscle out, use power contract, etc. to force someone out. They used their contract in local government to muscle their competitors out. Naff, get lost, go away, using as an imperative. ارحل من هنا. He was making a fuss, so I told him to naff off. Nag out or nag at. Repeatedly criticize. طبعا nag هو اللي نيجي. Repeatedly criticize someone verbally. My boss is always nagging at me about my arriving a few minutes late for work. Nail down succeed وبربك succeed هي فعل طبيعي. انت شبيك تشوف ايدي تخترب انت شبيك getting and achieve. They are having trouble nail down the contract. Nail down and return fully. I can't nail down what's wrong with their idea, but I'm sure it won't work. Nail down. Get full information from someone. I can't nail them down about when they are going to do the project. Nail down, succeed and achieve something. Nail down. I nailed the job down in the first interview. Name after. Give someone something number of يعني يسمونك على اسم بدك شنقيطة. طبعا الحمد لله. I was named after my uncle when died in the war. narrow down تقليص أو تضييق narrow less remove less important options to make it easier to choose يعني أزيل بعض الاقتراحات غير الضرورية على ما أسوي صحيح. I'm not sure which university to apply to but I have narrowed my list down to 3. nerd out طبعا nerd هو الشخص السكاتش وليس علاقة من nerd out. Play safe to avoid taking risk. I'm going to nerd out and not go to the river trip. Nerd out discuss something in a great detail. I had to nerd out when they asked about conditionals and genetic modality deontic modality على قول modality for modality طبعا دي يطلع هيك يعني دي والجي بسبب نطقي بسبب واي كلمة أناطقها تطلع لي هيك يعني دائما أحذف دائما أحاول أن أبتكر نطق تسهيلي أن أضيف صوت جديد و نباف go somewhere quickly I nipping off to get some milk nip out go someone quickly she will be back in a minute she just nipped out to the shops nod off fall asleep I nodded off during this speech not through personal law regulation etc without considering or debating it seriously Parliament nodded the bill through knows about look for something hidden or secret. The police are nosing about to see if they can find anything against the gang. وهي العصابة. Nose around, look around for evidence. The boss keeps nosing around our office when we are out at lunch. Nose out, find out, discover usual information, secrets, etc. She nosed out their plans. Nose out, narrowly beat someone. The other candidate noted him out by a few votes. Note down, write something short like a phone number for future reference. She noted down my fax number so she could send me the documents when she got to the office. Not out. Find an answer to a problem. The management and unions had a meeting وهذا had هو شنو هدي رئيسي بمعنى اجتماعوا to knock things out occur to enter someone's mind did occur to هل خطر في ذهنك you to help me when you saw how much trouble I was in open up يعني فضفضلي start to talk freely about something she had to open up and discuss her feelings open up طبعا ما شاء الله كده open a shop business for the day they opened up at 7 in the morning open up allow goods هي البضائع مو عبالك جيد the جيد تسوي good جيد تضيف الأصل جيدات ولكن انت شلون تجمع الصفات انت before they joined to WTO they had to open up their markets operate on perform a surgery يعني سوى جراحة she was operating on هذا الشيء هل هنا ضمير فاعل بمحل الفاعل لو ضمير فاعل بمحل المفعول به المقدم أجبني was operated العين جيب لي دي أحسنت هنا ضمير فاعل ولكن ليس فاعل صريح وإنما تم اشتقاق ضمير فاعل من ضمير المفعول به بمعنى هنا الشيء جاءت بمحل المفعول به المقدم خلاص لأن هذا was operated on أجريت لها العملية in 8 hours opt for choose I opted or opt طبعا هي opted بالتي opted for the endowment mortgage and lost a lot of money opt and choose to part the number of something if you want them to notify you of updates you have to opt in to choose a number choose to be a number or a part of something I opted into the scheme opt out, choose not to be a part of something. The UK opted out a lot of EU or EU legislation. أتوقع legislation أو legislation on working hours and conditions. To be a reason for something. She owes her success to hard work and determination. يعني إنها تذعن وتخلي سبب نجاحها إلى إصرارها والعزيمة. طبعا أكيد عزيمة مندي أكيد يعني. own up, confess. Nobody owned up for breaking the window. Pack away, put something where it belongs. I packed away suitcases in the loft after we had emptied them. Empty تحتاج الايدي ليش؟ واي حرف الواي قبل حرف صحيح نحذف ونضيف الاي اي اي دي للماضي واضح؟ Pack in, stop doing something. I'm trying to pack in smoking. Pack in a relationship. She packed her boyfriend in. Pack in full avenue of fill a venue. They really pack them in at the club. It was so crowded, it was possible to move. Pack in, break down, stop working. The photocopter has packed in again. يعني عطلت بويا دقت المقرودة. Pack it in, stop doing something, use imperative كأمر. The kids were making a fuss, so I told them to pack it in. Pack off, send someone away. His boss pack him up to a regional office. Pack out for a venue. The stadium was packed out. يعني امتلئ الملعب مو ملعب مطول ملعب كله مدرجات وحركات كده امتلئ. هي pack up something. You should pack up smoking. Pack up, finish work. We had nothing left to do, so we packed up early. Pack up يعني حزمنا متاعنا قبل. Break down, stop working. My printer packed up last night. It will have to get a new one. I will have to get a new one. Pack up, collect things and put them where you keep them. At the end of the presentation, I packed my laptop. I packed up my laptop. Pad down, sleep somewhere for the night. I'm too tired to come home, so I pat down here tonight. Can I pat down here tonight? Pat down. Make it extra longer by including extra content, often content that is particularly relevant. يعني شايف لك لما تفضلك يا أبوي جيدة كاملة. What the hell is even this حبيب قلبي? I couldn't think of much right, so I patted they say out with a few lengthy quotes. أظل الكوتس يعني شايف لما أنت تنشم الفيس عرفت يدخل لك واحد والله يعطيك حالة من الاكتئاب المزري اقتباس طولة أطول من سورة البقرة ويزلك يا بالمنشور مالتك what the hell is even this حبيب قلبي شيني هاي pair off begin دخلنا بالسكس being a romantic relationship. They paired off shortly after starting university. Pair off. It's just people hoping they will start a relationship. I tried to pair him off. What that? What? With what? With my sister? شن هاي they معودين. وكم هذا مين كتب شو اسمه؟ مين كتب هذا الملف؟ خرب هبل. Pair off. Form pairs. طبعا pairs يعني أزواج. حلو. The class paired off to practice the exam interviews. Pair off with, from pair with someone. I paired off with Trish. Right? On top. First test. Okay, I'm not relationship. We're not having sex with Abbas. I'm not having sex. Pair up, form. We paired off for the last activity. Pal about. Be friend. طبعا pal هو سلانج لي زميل أو شيء مقرب. مثل طبعا يعني شخص. مثل ما عندهم البلاك بيبل أو الزنوج يسموهم الهومي يعني صديق وجماعة. We used to pal about when we were at school. Pal about, pal around. We spend time with someone. We palled about around university, pal up, become friends. We palled up when I started working with her. I'm with her. لا إله إلا الله. Palm off. مو palm. Palm حبيبي. بس نطق. Get someone to accept something that isn't true. You're trying to palm me off with a pathetic excuse. Palm off. Pretend someone is better than it is, or it is, in order to sell. يخدعك. He tried to palm my computer up, or he tried to palm his computer off as the latest model. يعني يريد يخدعني بهذا آخر موديل. شنو لك تضحك عليه؟ على هو أنا أنت. Pan out. The way a situation develops. I don't know how things will pan out now. The company has been taken over. عاد شوية. لا. هذا زمان المضارع التام البسيط المبني للمجهول حبيب قلبي. Paper over. شنو دخلنا في paper يا مودي. Tried to conceal a problem without really fixing it. The government tried to paper over the problems in the proposal, but the press ضغط. بعمل press صحافة كعبة صحافة. طبعا هذه خطه حلو. The press were very critical. طبعا critical يعني none of the critical إلها معنى. Critical point نقطة حرجة أو منطقة حرجة أو فترة أو مدة حرجة. critical هنا تعني انتقاديين. pair دي شوية دي شوية. P-A-I-R pair. P-A-R-E pair. Pair back. If you pair something back, you do the side of numbers. They have had to pair back. زي هذا have ليش متصف ذات ولك هذا التو يا كعبة ولك هذا التو يجعل منها موجات خرب يا أبوي ولك شنو هذا شنو العبقري. The service they offer as their funding was reduced. وهذا was reduced حبيب قلبي زي الماضي تام وزي الماضي بسيط مبني للمجهول. Pare down reduce decrease يخفف. They have هسه مالتنا pared down. طبعا هي تضيف لها بس دي هي تنتهي بالإي حبيب قلبي. The number of employees as they haven't been doing well. haven't been doing شنو هذا الزمن المضارع التام المستمر معلوم. Part with, give someone away, especially when you want one to. I found it very difficult to part with my old CDs when I digitized يعني الرقمي شيء رقمي my collection. كم كمان digital رقمي مو رقمي لا رقم شو اسمه يعني مو رقم الواي الياء مالت الملكي لا رقمي هي تنتهي بالواي تمام يعني هي تنتهي بالياء انا كنت اربط بالانجليزي والعربي. Pass around give out to someone there. The teacher passed my hand out. طبعا hand out هي طبعا هي ملزمة. Around pass as be believed to be something although not qualified he managed to pass as a doctor for years يعني يخدعنا. شنو هذا هو الدكتور. Pass away die. Sadly, Julian's uncle passed away yesterday after a short illness. Pass back return. I felt awful when the teacher started to pass back the exam papers. Pass by, go past without stopping. I was passing by when I saw the accident. Pass by, this is briefly. I was passing by her house the other day when I heard about it. Pass by. Miss and pretending. Miss يعني أفتقدك. لا. Miss يعني يخسر. The chance of promotion passed me by. Pass down transmit information to good property younger generations. طبعا pass down شنو انتقل من جيل إلى جيل. You can surprise that passed for the tales هذا. The tales were passed down for centuries without changing any of the words any. pass for be accepted as something usual when not. You would be surprised at what passes for good cooking in many restaurants. Pass off can be something that something is real. I meant to pass off the fake money in the market. Pass off happen in a certain way. The demonstration passed off peacefully. التظاهرات pass on. Give a message to someone. I'll pass the message on when she gets here. Pass on decline invitation of property. I think I'll pass on dinner tonight. I'm not hungry. أنا راح أرفض هذه الدعوة لي المندي حبيب قلبي. Pass on die. Pass on die? Okay, pass away حاضر. Her husband passed on last year. Pass on to change topic or subject. Let's pass on to the next item of the agenda. Pass out faint consciousness. والله شو اسمه consciousness بس كذي conscientiousness. ما تجي انت ما تجي حبيب قلبي. انت ما جاي تنطق عادل. دينك وديدنك الحروف هيك تدور بالظلام حرف ايش عندك انت ما حرف. ذاك عندنا قصيده ان شاء الله بيوم 26 ان شاء الله بعد 14 يوم اسبوعين عندك قصيده مرتبه. وقلت لك مثل ما سمي المحافظ أمس لا تعتمد على الحروف was consciousness. He got so drunk that he passed out. Pass out dispute. The protesters passed out leaflets to the growing crowd. Pass over, ignore someone and give a job, reward etc. to someone more junior. يعني شنو يعني؟ أن تعطي هذه الوظيفة وهذا العمل لشخص أصغر. They passed me over. They made his assistant the new director. Pass over, ignore, refuse, discuss. Let's pass over what they said and get on. Pass around the street or give them something to a present or give people the present. To give to people present. They passed around copies of the handbook. طبعا handbook كتيب شدة صغير. Pass through, visit a place without stopping or only stopping briefly. I didn't see much as I was only passing through the town. And pass to give ownership, there's responsibility to someone. The shares passed passed to his daughter when he died. Pass on, become owner of or responsible for something. The property will pass to. سوف تنتقل إلى when they died. Pass up, decline chance. She passed up the opportunity to go to the university because she had been offered the job. What a job. تمام. كمل. Pat down, search for or frisk someone. The police patted them down for weapons they found nothing. Patch together, create a sample, something quickly without much planning. They patched together a coalition after election. Patch up, fix or make things better. I tried to patch things up after the argument, but they wouldn't speak to me. Patch up, give an injured person basic medical treatment. After the accident, they patched her up and sent her to hospital. Payback, repay money borrowed. يعني دفعوا لك لازم تدفع لهم. I paid back the 20 pounds I had borrowed. Pay back, take revenge. أوبا ينتقم. I'm going to pay him back for the insult. Pay down, pay a debt over time. The British government can pay down their national debt. Pay for, purchase. More purchase. Purchase. I think it's purchase. طبعا purchase هو buy. buy يعني يشتري. I paid the 20 pounds for the book. Pay into deposit money يعني تودع الفلوس في البنك. I paid the cash into my account. Pay off completely. Repay the debt يعني توفي الفلوس عليك نهائيا. The mortgage will be paid off in the 25 years. Which was that? Pay off probable or profitable or successful result. Their patience pay off. يعني Geno ثمارهم paid off when he finally showed up and signed the contract. Pack at, eat at small amount. يعني تاكل نمنمات، يعني تقرمش. والطعم خير يا طال. تفوز في الناس شو I pecked at it to look polite. تعبنا بمطعم خصوصا الناس يعني بمطعم، وهي بطبيعة الحال يعني هي بأنك راح تاكل بطبيعتك. يعني هذا الشخص الواقعي بأن تاكل بالبيت بمطعم مع أصدقاء مع زميلات بنفس الطريقة. لا تصطنع شيء مو إلك، يعني تاكل على كيف. وجيني جيني جرب جيني يوم داقك مندي اليوم شكو اكل مثل ما جاي تاكل بالبيت. شايف الحكاكه والحكاكه ترد الروح. هذا تمام، هيك لازم تاكل بالمطعم. يعني مو تسوي اتيكي والسوفيستيكي، لا السوفيستيكي خليها بطيبة قلبك حبيب قلبي. يعني هاي ما راح تفيدك. انت جاي تصطنع شيء كذب. peel away. peel يعني قشر، مو قشر ما تلتزم، لا ادي شوي. Leave a group by moving in different direction. Some of the crowd peeled away to get out of crush. Peel away from. Leave a group by moving in a different direction. They peeled away from the crowd and went down a side road. Peel off. You know, شاتكم ما off يعني. Peel off. Leave a group by moving in a different direction. When the police blocked the road, a few protesters peeled off to the left march. مارش حبيبي بالحرف الأم الصغير مو بالحرف الأم الكبير. الحرف الأم الكبير هذا هو مارس، يا هو آذار حبيب قلبي. بينما مارس هو عبارة عن مسيرة. Peel off from, leave a group or something in a different direction. They peeled off from the demonstration when the police arrived. Peel out, accelerate rapidly, form stationary. After the police, he peeled out in the cloud of tar smoke. Peg, احكي لي هاي الكعبة. Peg away, keep working on something. I pegged away for weeks before the exam. Peg down, fasten something to the ground. يعني تربط شيء بالقاع. We pegged the tent down to stop the wind blowing it about. Peg it, die. هتكم. Long English. She finally pegged it yesterday. Peg out, puts washing out to dry. I pegged the washing. طبعا washing الغسيل out after it stopped raining. Peg out. شاتكم ما die. He pegged out last night from our tag. Pencil in. Make a provisional appointment. I will pencil Thursday night in, but if anything comes up, give me a ring. اعطيني نغمة اتصل بي. Pop أو pep pip pip up pip up pip up. عندك حبيبي 3 بيبات غصب عنك تفضل إياها. Pip up. Make something more interesting. You need to pep your writing up and تحسن. Pip up. Make something more enthusiastic. Her talk peps us up. Or energetic under students. take من high. Perk up. Feel better or happier. Make someone feel better or happier. She will ill in the bed. I will flu. But she perked up a bit when some friends dropped by. Peter طبعا Peter اسمها هدي شوية. Peter out. Lose impetus and stop. Lose. Everyone was keen at first, but the enthusiasm petered out when they saw how long it would take. Phase in, introduce gradually. They were phasing in the reforms over the next 2 years. Phase out, remove gradually. They have introduced a compact edition of the newspaper, and they are phasing out. Phase out and remove gradually. out the broadsheet edition over the next few months. Pick at, eat unwillingly. يعني تأكل وأنت ما مطلوب منك. I wasn't hungry, but I wasn't very hungry, so I just picked at. I mean food. Pick at, criticize, انتقد. There are a few problems that could be picked at, but it was generally good. Pick off, target individuals to change a group. There are many rebels against the policy, but the government picked off the leaders. Pick on, bother away, criticize, annoy, criticize or make fun of someone. My friend will pick on me because I don't sing well. Came from some slack. Pick out, choose. She picked out the one she wanted to take and left the rest. Pick out, identify from a picture. The victim couldn't pick out her attacker from the photos and police showed her the pushover. The photos and pushover. Pick through, search something that is disordered. يعني غير منظم for something. The police have been picking through the wreckage for clues. يعني الحطام. Pick improve. Sales pick up a bit during the Christmas period. Pick up, learn quickly. She picked up Spanish in 6 months. يعني تعلمت الإسباني ب6 شهور. شيء هذا. Hasta la vista baby. يعني قلت Arnold Schwarzenegger. The Terminator. Pick up, collect. While you are in town, you can pick up my chocolate from to the dry cleaner. شو هذا? Pick up, receive a broadcast. When we rent a holiday cottage in the Cornwall, we can pick up 5 channels. Channel 5. طبعا channel 5 اللي قناة رقم 8. Pick up, collect a person. This differs from the collect a thing. Pick up أي تخلي شخص يركب وياك. Something that means collect and bring back, whereas this means either collect and drop off on your way. رقم 2 collect and bring to your same destination. يعني pick up يا ما تود الشخص انتم رايحين نفس الحفلة تاخذه وياك بسيارته، يا ما تصعده وتنزله بالمكان اللي هو يريده. العاب شوف طبعا المثال الأول وأقول لك اتنزل بطريقتك. Can you pick me up to take me to the George when you can go to the party؟ يعني أنت تأخذني للمكان اللي أنا أريده. تمام؟ Can you pick me up some friends? Can you pick up some friends of mine on your way to the party? They're going to. شين قال؟ قال ممكن تأخذ أصدقائي بالطريق وياك، إحنا رايحين نفس الحفلة. To the party. يعني المثال الثاني أن تأخذ الشخص إلى مكان الوجهة مالتك. Pick up after. ترمي someone after has made. I always have to pick up after him because she things all over the office. Pick up on فاصلة تفصيل. Correct someone when they هذا مالتي. أنا شدون يعني تقريبا غالبا ما ذكر إلى مصحح للدكاترة النطق مالتهم. طبعا النطق ما شاء الله فضيحة، طبعا فضيحة ذاك من ذاك اللي خاويك عن النطق. My mother picks up on my mistake. Any mistake I made and corrects me. Pick up on Foster. Notice something that most people don't. He's very quick to pick up on your trends. Pick up on, react to someone. The government has picked up on the reports in the media. Pick up on, comment on something said earlier in the conversation. I'd like to pick up on the point that Jill made. Pick up yourself up. يعني it doesn't recover from follow problem. Took me a long time to pick himself up after his wife left him. شو راحت البيت هنا يا معود هدي. Pig off. You to tell someone to get lost or leave him alone. I told him to pig off and leave him in peace. Pig out here a lot. It was great. So I really pigged out. pile in, enter place quickly in, so runs away. The girl stopped and we all piled in. يعني اتجمعنا على بعض وطحنا. Pile in to enter a place quickly in a disorganized way. We piled into the shop when it opened. Pile on, add to, or give more to something. Work is crazy. They keep piling on the pressure. Pile on, exaggerate or talk in a way that affects someone's feelings. I wasn't very serious, but they piled on the guilt. Pile out, leave it quick, plus the interest going away. Leave وين this way. The train eventually arrived and we all piled out. شكو. Piled كم تهون. Pile up, immaculate. أو accumulate or accumulate. هذا يعبدون اليو هيك attitude وكأنما اكو طس بيو. ايش عندك انت attitude؟ just say attitude, latitude, longitude, institution. Word just keeps on piling up and I can't really manage to get it all done. Pile up, accumulate in a pile or heap. The ironing is piling up as I hate doing it. Pin down, get a fixed idea, opinion, etc. from someone. I've asked him to set a date, but he's a hard man to pin down and won't give a definite answer. يعني شنو هذا؟ ما جاي يعطيني الموعد الفلاني. Pin down, discover exact detail or something. The government can't pin down where the leak came from. طبعا leak هو التسرب. Pin on, attack the blame. تهاجم أو تلوم نفس اللوامة الغرامة to someone. The police tried to pin the crime on him. Pin in, fix something on a wall or other vertical surface with a pin. تبغى pin دبوس مو دبوس خصوصا ذني مالت يسمونه السيفتي بين. هذا الدبوس تخلي على الورقة اللي تخليه تلزقها على الحائط. I pin the notice up on the board. Pine away, suffer physically because the grief of grief, stress, etc. He has been pinning away since his wife died and is a shadow of a former self. Pipe down. مو pipe الغليون. هي مو الماضي الجاية. هذه شوية. Be quiet, it's an imperative. The lecturer and the student to pine down and pay attention. Pipe up, to speak, to raise your voice. No answer, then finally someone piped up. Pit against, compete or for to compete. The word pitted, neighbor against neighbor. Pit out, go into the pits, car racing. He pitted out in the 20th lap. يعني 20th في اللفة رقم 20 أو 20. pitch for لا حبيبي احكي لي اياها الله عليك بال pitch لأن تطلع كلمة pitch وتصير كلمة bitch تصير مو زين. Can just persuade someone to give your work business or job. He pitched for the job but they gave it to someone else. Pitch in what together with achieving objective. We were behind schedule but the others pitched in and we got it done in time. Pitch into critically or attack someone. يعني يا أما تنتقد يا أما تهاجم بشراسة. The shareholders pitched into the management about their pay rises. At the meeting, plant out. Put a young plant that has been grown in the pot or greenhouse. مو greenhouse بيت أخضر. تتكلم بيت أخضر أنت. بحضوري تترجم بيت أخضر. شايف مزروعات ببيت زهاها ببيت زجاجي عافية قبلك الله. They need to be planted out in the spring. مو spring كلمة طوات حبيبي spring. Plate up, put food onto a plate to serve. Plate up and drizzle with salsa verde. I guess like salsa. Play along, pretend to agree, accept something. يعني شايف واحد لما ينشدب عليك وانت تكذب ولكن تسوي نفسك انت مصدق. You want to keep someone happy to get more information. I disagree with the idea, but I had to play along because everyone else liked it. Play around, be silly. The children were playing around and being annoying. Play around. Be sexually promiscuous or unfaithful. I played around a lot at college. Sexual. Play and pretend to be something. He just plays at being a lawyer. He never wins a case. Play away, be sexually unfaithful when away from home. He travels abroad a lot, and his wife thinks he plays away. Play back, listen to or watch something you've recorded. We played the recording. مو played يعني لعبة. شغلنا التسجيل مرة أخرى. Back to see if it's okay. If it's okay. Play down. Try to make something seem less important. The government has tried to play down the importance of the minister's resignation. Play a game to decide who the winner is. As both teams had the same points, they play off to decide the winner. Play off, make people compete against each other so that you benefit. He played them off against each other to get the best deal. Play on, continue playing a sport, though there might be a reason to stop. It looked like a foul, but the referee حكم المباراة told them to play on. يعني استمروا باللعب حتى كان هناك سبب للتوقف. Play on, continue playing music. تعزف. The band played on for another hour. Play on, exploit the weakness. There they are just playing on our fears to get us to do what they want. Play on, pun. The other plays on the slogan. Play out progress often till it finishes. Let's see how things play out. Play out, pretend that something is real and reduce its effect. هذا اسم. Computer games allow people to play out their violent urges. Play something to the end. The rain stopped them playing the game out. Play out, unwind. Example, finishing line. When they hooked the swordfish, his line rapidly played out. يعني لما يرخي السنارة I think it's سنارة بالسين. المهم play out or play up. Behave badly. The children played up all evening and drove the babysitter mad. Babysitter طبعا هي جلسة الأطفال وحيلا جلائس طبعا جلائس. Play up to flatter someone. تمدح. I'm playing up to my Bob. The moment because of the promotion. Promotion. ترقية. Play up to behave in a way expected. He's got a reputation for being trouble and plays up to it. Play upon دم جاي وليس up on. Upon تكتب عن up on. Upon كده على الدمجة واحدة. Exploit and weakness يعني تستغل نقطة ضعف شخص. They're playing upon people's concerns to get their way. Play with. Can't remove something to occupy your hands. He can't stop playing with his beard. Play with, not eat much of a meal. I wasn't hungry, so I just played with my food. يعني ما لعبت الغدا. شو انت أيها المجرم تلعب بالأكل؟ لا أنا ما أكلت لا. ليش؟ أنا مو جوعان. Play with, because something not seriously. We played with the idea but decided to do against it. يعني هنا فكرنا بس ما فكرنا بهالفكرة من هي احنا أصلا ما قابلينها. Plead out. Plead guilty to get or do something or introduce a sentence or fine. طبعا اسمه sentence حكم قضائي. Fine غرامة. The CEO pleaded out and blame the CFO. طبعا ما CFO احاول ان اخليكم فتره معين يفضل كذا الاسامي طبعا كذا CEO دي بعضها and initialism هو عكس الاكرونيمز مثل ما هو في كتاب جورجيو الثالثه صوت الثالث ورابط the study of language اللغه acronyms for the fraud. هلا اسمع حبيبي اسمع هاي الفعل هذا الفعل حبيبي ينطق plow احكيها وياي حبيبي احكيها وياي plow تمام plow back reinvest money you have made into a business we plow مو خا أو فا plow حبيب قلبي plowed back all the profits الفوائد to the company plow into collide into at speed the bus skidded and plowed into the bus stop plow and continue doing something you don't want to it was really boring but we plowed on plow through eat a big meal we plowed through all 7 courses شنو 7 أطباق شو قصة ملج ورابة plow through read something that is difficult or takes a lot of time. It took me ages to plow through Ulysses. طبعا Ulysses هو Ulysses أو أحد روايات الطويلي جيمس جويس. Ulysses. طويل Ulysses هو يعني طويلة. يعني أكثر من 1000 صفحة تقريبا يعني 1000 وفوق. Plow through, move through somewhere where there is a little space or there are obstacles. The boat had to plow through the ice. Plow up, break the surface of soil. The tractor plowed up the field so they could sow the seed. sow والله بس هذا فعل could sow طبعا sow مثل sow هاي حتى ابليس ما يعرف شلون صار الاي دبل ك سي طبعا السيد هو البذره يعني نبذر البذرات بويه شنو هذا أنا كذلك يقدر ينطق نفسه plow أو plow سنتأكد من نطقاته هاي هنا كذلك plow شنو معناه plow back reinvest money that you have made in business we plowed هذه شوية back all the profits to go to the company plow into collide نفس الشيء right the speed or the bus skidded and plowed into the bus stop plow on continue doing something going to was really boring the plow طبعا نفس الشيء يعني plowed بالهذا بالP L O U W نفس بالP L O U G H حبيب قلبي play through يدمي نفس الشيء أنا أتوقع نفس الشيء يعني نفس ال plow in بالsurface نفس الحكاية نفس الحكاية بالplow أو بالplow بالP L O W كذلك هناك بالP L O U G H نفس الحكاية نكمل pluck at pull or fiddle with something nervously he was plucking at his cuffs during the shift of his cuffs هو يعني cuffs انت اترجو الكفس طبعا هذا شايف لما يقبضوا عليك الكفس الهاندكفس هذا pluck up muster acquire gather the pluck up the courage to complain يعني جمعوا الشجاعة مالتهم plug in connect machine to electricity supply طب شوف لما تدخل الشاحنة بالنقطة هو اسمه plug in he plugged the TV in and turned it on full blast plump down put something in a plate without taking care he plumped his bag down and kicked his shoes off plump for shoes plumped for the steak frights plump up plump up, plump up. Make someone something like cushion bigger and softer by shaking it. I plumped up the pillow and lay down. Plump herself down, sit down heavily. She plumped herself down next to me and started asking me what had happened. Point out, make someone aware of something. And تنبه, he pointed out what I only had that I only had 2 weeks to get the whole thing finished. Poke down or poke about. Move things around to a certain casual way to try to find something. I poked about on my CD collection to see if I could find it. Poke around. Move things around a certain casual way to try to find something. I poked around my deck to see if the letter was there. Polish. I think it's polish. لو polish خلينا نشوف polish. ال POLS أو LISH لو كانت فعل تنطق polish يعني يصبغ. أقول لك شلون عرفته. بمسرحية هاملت لويليام شكسبير لما اثنين جاءوا مراسيل أرسلهم كلوديوس لبولندا فقال بولاكس يعني البولنديين لا سنة توارثوا فأنا عرفت خلاص ثبت المعلومة بأن بولش البولنديين polish فعل شفت؟ And then polish off, finish, consume. She polishes off half a bottle of gin every night. يعني اتلك يا boy. Polish up, improve something quickly. I need to polish up my French before I go to Paris. Pony up, pay for something. I had to pony $50 up for the meal. Poop out, get too tired of doing something. I was going to romance it, but I pooped out and went to bed instead. Poop out on, failed to keep an appointment. We were supposed to meet yesterday, but she pooped out on me at the last moment. Puttle along, travel in a leisurely way. And على راحتك. We were puttling along at 30 miles an hour. 30 ميل شنو بالساعة كنتم. Pop in, visit for a short time. He popped in for a coffee on his way home. Pop off, talk loudly, complain. He is always popping off when things don't suit him. Pop off, go out for a short time. He had just pops out for a break, but should be back in a few minutes. Pop out, go out for a short time. I am just popping out to the shop. Do you need anything while I'm out? Pop up appear like windows or boxes opening on the computer screen. The dialog box popped up when I pressed enter. Pop up appear unexpectedly. I'm going to have to work late tonight because something has popped up. يعني طرأ أمر مؤخرا. Pour over, read, look at a study or study carefully. She poured over the report looking for mistakes. Potter about, spend time doing little things for pleasure. On Saturday morning, I'll potter around the garden if the weather is nice. Potter if the weather is nice. Potter around, spend some more time doing little things for pleasure. I pottered around, sorting out my CDs and a few other things. Pour down, rain hard and تمطر. When it rains, it pours. ومصايب تأتي فرادة. Pour down all day and we had to remain indoors. Pour forth, emerge from a place in large numbers. unless statistics pour forth from him, power down, cut the electricity supply to a computer or electronic device. هاي تقرا الكهرباء ابوي تقرا الانذارات. I powered down my computer and went for lunch. يعني طفيت الجهاز. Power off, cut the electricity to a computer or device to turn it off. You mustn't power it off while it's updating. توصلت 91 الصفحة الأخيرة من هذه الحلقة. Power up, turn a computer or electronic device on so it is ready to use. I power up my laptop instead of work at all. Prattle on, talk too much. Jeb just prattled on instead of giving a straight answer. Press ahead, continue something. They pressed ahead with the electrician or elections despite the violence and استمروا. Press for, apply pressure to get permission or to obtain something. The workers are pressing for better pay and conditions. وظروف معيشة أفضل. Press forward with. Continue to go ahead with the product, press, plan or process, etc. The government are pressing for with the new law. يعني قانون جديد. Pressing to bring or force into use. When the line was breached, serve, troops were pressed into service. Press on, continue with something. We're pressed on to get to our destination before night fell. Press upon pressure someone to accept something offered. The invitations were pressed upon us and it was hard to say no. Prey on with P-R-E-Y. عادة شنو؟ فريسة. Prey on على بعضها. Catch or kill an animal for food. Spiders prey on insects. يعني يتغذى. Prey on, exploit to harm. They prey on other people. Prey upon, catch and kill an animal for food. Cats prey upon birds and mice. وماي جمع mouse. فئران. Prey upon, exploit or harm. They prey upon people's fears about immigration. الهجرة. Press in include the effects. ممكن effects هذا شو اسمه فعل. بس هذا الفعل شلون راح ينجمع؟ بس effects هذا effects. هذا اسم صح؟ A possible future events when assessing the value of something. Spectators or speculators have priced in the risk of the war breaking out. يعني نشبت الحرب. Press up, charge more from something. In rural areas في المناطق النائية where they have a monopoly الاحتكار. Some garages price up fuel because there is nowhere else to buy it. Print out, make a hard copy for a computer document. He printed out the letter and checked through it carefully. Prop up, support something both physically and financially, politically, etc. The council have propped up the museum for years with grants. Psych out. Work out or anticipate someone's intentions. We have to try to psych out our rivals. Psych out makes someone less confident. Boxers try to psych their opponents out before the fight to gain their advantage. Psych up, prepare something mentally. I psyched myself up for the exam. يعني حضرت نفسي ذهنيا. Pucker up. شنو يا مودين؟ Move your lips into position to receive a kiss. شفتهم يتبوسوا سكس ولا مودين؟ قول مين هذا كاتب هذا الملف؟ She puckered up when he leaned forward to kiss her. Pull ahead, overtake, move in front. The lorry was going slowly, but the way we managed to pull ahead, pull apart, destroy an argument theory. يعني تضحيض أبوي حبيبي. Theory, etc. My tutor pulled my essay apart. Pull apart, stop people or animal fighting. A fight broke out in a pub, but it was hard to pull the people involved apart. Pull apart make people unhappy or upset. It pulled me apart to see them arguing much. Well, so much. وتنتهي الحلقة. Thank you very much. See you next time.